And we're back, Fourth Quarter Boy Sports. It is the illustrious Professor Lake. And you know what it is. Chicago Bears OTAs is in session. And today we're going to talk about the offensive line, what role Harry Hiestand is going to play in improving the consistency, the penalties that we've been having, just all around efficiency of our offensive front. So, this season, the Bears starting lineup should read as follows: Charles Leno at left tackle, James Daniels at left guard, Cody Whitehair at center, Kyle Long at right guard, and Bobby Massey at right tackle. Nothing really significant has changed except for that left guard position, and that's kind of been a revolving door for us as the Bears, and I'm really hoping that James Daniels can step up to the plate and be a solid rookie, have the same sort of showing that Cody Whitehair had when he was a rookie, somebody that's reliable, somebody can move guys off the ball, but in addition, you know, when it's time to get out in space, he can line himself up with defenders in open space. So I really want to see what Harry can do for James Daniels as far as getting him ready game one. That's important. Number two, Kyle Long. You know, I'm not sure how much Harry Hiestand would really be able to affect Kyle Long as far as his ability and what he's capable of, because we've already seen what Kyle Long could do, when he's healthy. The problem is, will he be healthy? And this is a very significant piece to the offensive front. You know, Kyle Long is a veteran. He's a leader in the locker room. And, you know, he's shown that he can play ball. I just want to know if you guys think that he'll be able to last a full 16-game season. And see, I don't know. I have doubts in my mind. And then, you know, you got to look at some of the people we have in the backup ranks. And the only person I really feel is capable to sustain a Kyle Long type gameplay is Eric Kush, and he's coming off a hamstring injury. So it's really going to be a battle for the backups, you know, solidify them some spots, show their versatility. Now, not only do we have a right guard that's susceptible to injury, hasn't been able to play a full season in a while, we got two tackles that, in my opinion, are average. And I'm looking for Harry Hiestand to really work with these guys, get his point across on what he's really looking for in the play, in certain techniques, in order to get these guys' gameplay up to another level. I think athletically they have what it takes. I think sometimes, it's concentration issues and strength issues with Bobby Massey and Charles Leno Jr. But I am looking for Harry Hiestand to really, teach these guys proper technique, take it back to the basics, square one, and, start molding this offensive line into, a real force. Now, let's not forget, we've had a pretty decent running game, but again, consistently game by game, being able to impose your will on the team is what I'm looking for out of this veteran front. With this new head coach that's had so much NFL experience, so much experience bringing up some of the young guys and teaching them what they need to know to be great NFL offensive linemen. So I think a lot of that's going to be going on in the offensive line room. A lot of their success depends on, as a whole, depends on where Kyle Long is at, how fast James Daniels can get NFL ready, and how much can these two tackles improve. And right now I'm just talking about passing game, just the passing game, because we got a second-year quarterback. He's making believers out of all of us, and we need to have him protected. He needs to be safe back there. I really am not for, quarterbacks that like to take off and run all the time, but I do understand that is a significant part of today's NFL, being able to put that extra pressure on defenses and keep them honest, about your quarterback having running capabilities. But We want that to be a plan. We don't want that to be because he's scurrying out the pocket because the pressure is too heavy. So there's a difference. When you talk about the running game, we had a lot of success last year with the running game, but there have also been games where we've been really inconsistent, and we've had a lot of splash plays to kind of save them. But, if you look at the Bears offense, there's a lot of 3 and outs. There's a lot of times where Jordan Howard gets tackled for no gain or a short game. And, our offensive line play, we had some positives last year in the running game. There were times where they were able to give Trubisky a lot of time to throw the ball, so definitely there's something that we could work with. I think working with Harry Hiestand, he could get the consistency out these players. I think he can get them more knowledgeable about the offensive concept and what their role is to simplify things that they need to think about before the snap. With Matt Nagy and his offense, a lot of people think that it's just throwing and going downfield. He does use his running backs quite a bit. And I said this before, if you compare Kareem Hunt's numbers to Jordan Howard numbers, they're very similar. So look for Jordan Howard to be used in the running game just as frequently as he was used last year. I'm really looking to also see him not come off the field on 3rd down. I'm really hoping that Nagy gives him a chance to be that receiver out the backfield that I think Howard could be if you put Jordan Howard and Tariq Cohen in the backfield at the same time. So it's just going to cause a lot of pressure on the defense. It's going to make them think, are they going to run? Are they going to pass? But either way you go, you got 2 good running backs, and a lot of their success is going to rely on the consistency of this offensive front. Give me your opinion on the offensive line. Do we need more help? Should we have drafted Will Hernandez in the 2nd round? Would that be somebody that we should have moved up for? Mike McGlinchey going right there at 9. These are things that, we could discuss in the comment box. I'll definitely hit you guys back as soon as I can. So let me know what's going on with your opinion on the offensive line front. I think a lot of it depends on Kyle Long's health. A lot of it depends on how fast Bobby Massey and Charles Leno Jr. can elevate their gameplay. How good is James Daniels going to perform in his first year? I'm hoping he performs like Cody Whitehair did in his first year. I'm hoping he performs like Kyle Long did in his first year. And if we can stay healthy and manage not to have to rely on some of these backups that we have, I don't want to throw them under the bus or make them seem like they're not good. I like Eric Kush, I like Dejon Allen. I think he's going to surprise a couple guys, but I don't know a lot about Earl Watford, but also an NFL player. He's been with the Arizona Cardinals for a couple years. I feel that he has the experience, to be a contributor if his number is called. But we don't really want to go to that level. Hopefully these guys can stay healthy, because if they can, I think if they can play as a group and eliminate these penalties, holding calls, false starts, illegal formations, things like this, if we could get these things together, we probably could have pulled out a ball game or 2 if it wasn't for penalties. Pass protection is about average. There were some times last year where they gave Trubisky a lot of time to throw the ball. It was just that there weren't any receivers that could really get open. And there were also times where you really needed to rely on Massey and Leno to hold the protection and keep that pocket right. And, they just weren't able to hold some of those defensive ends. Running game, just more consistency. That's what I want to see. I want to see them be able to impose their will on defensive linemen in the run game. Let's not catch these guys off guard. Let them know where we're running, and let's just continue to be consistent and run over them. Let's execute, understand your assignment, get to where you need to get to your landmark, and let's run this ball. That's it. Well, with that in mind, leave your comments. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's the illustrious Professor Lake for Fourth Quarter Boy Sports. And next we're going to talk about the D-line. Holla at your boy. I'm out.